Hello, I'm the Fire-Breathing Dragon, and this is my very first Let's Play video. Woohoo! I've always been a big fan of the old Planescape Torment D&D role-playing video game. It was a great experience. It was a large adventure that you went on, and there was many different choices you can make. You can be good, you can be evil, your choices actually mattered in the world, and your actions really affected who you were as a person. Now there's a spiritual successor to this called Torment's Tides of Numenera, and let's get into this. Let's play. My first Let's Play, and we start. Okay, a lot of lights. The original Planescape Torment was made by a completely different company. There are some people that were involved in both. That was more of like a medieval fantasy, but through many different universes kind of game. Oh, gender binary. I will be male. Yes. Now this game, as you can already tell from
Your
the
mind wakes in darkness. Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you. Louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you.
I'm being slapped. Insistently slapped. Okay, I hope there's a safe word.
Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important. As if it once meant the world to you. But the details slip away as you grasp at them.
Every day of my life I feel that way, so I'm already relating.
You force your eyes open.
So I can look at this body, or look around. I mean, I'm gonna have to do what I do every morning, and look at this body. Oops. There we go. I think I clicked it. What's going on? Am I getting lag? Oh, I'm getting a...
Your body is...
There we go.
Wait, you are wearing a form-fitting suit of some dark material. You recall that you were wearing something much more elaborate a short time ago. You have smooth, light brown skin, 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each foot.
That's good.
Good muscles, strong but not bulky, and slim hips. Your palms are soft, as if they have not done much labor, but scars and burns on the hands and wrists suggest that you haven't always been careful. Why can't you remember this?
It's a good question. Sounds like a pot, though. Got that going for me.
Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. You are falling. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in on itself.
What?
Many kilometers below you.
Flatten out to catch the wind.
You spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well. And you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself.
The body in which I find myself. That's very peculiar wording.
Below you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground.
Well, guess the game's over. Last choice, right? Trying to remember what happened. It's kind of irrelevant. I'm about to die. Study the world.
You see that this appears to be a huge megacontinent, the only land of any size on this side of the world at least. Great inland seas and lakes dot the land, and curiously, regular mountain ranges march up and down and across. You are falling toward what looks to be a great bay, a sprawling city perched on its shore just to the north.
Okay. Sounds like a great view.
Further to the north and east, you see a broad plain scattered with curious structures, visible even from this height. The northeastern portion of this land looks to be a desert, a strange blue dot like an eye in its exact center. It seems to hold a city in its watery grasp. To its west is a ring of huge mountains, surmounted by enormous carved peaks spewing magma into a central catch basin. What concerns you most right now is the bay below you. It's coming at you quickly.
Well, I think I Oh, there is a choice for that. I was going to say I'm pretty much giving up at this point if I'm just free-falling. At least I have this amazing view, spewing magma, blue dot eyes in the center of craters. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? Try to slow this up more, give up, and dive. Yeah, I think it's time to dive.
As the water rushes at you, horrifyingly quickly, you see a pair of figures standing near a small glassy dome. You're headed straight for it. One of them looks up, points at you, and you feel your speed slow tremendously. But you are still traveling too fast, and both the figures leap aside as you crash into the crystalline structure with a profound and horrific crunch, pain radiating through every part of your body. And then...
Yep, okay, game over. Thanks for watching my first Let's Play. I guess we're dead. Oh, okay. I am in one piece. Where's the blood splatter? I should have at least bounced, right? Left click for move. That's fairly straightforward. What if I stand right in the light? Oh, I can't. What if I go into the darkness? Ooh, it becomes lighter in darkness if I go there. So not many places to move. Okay, hit me, light. I can't stand in the light. Is there... It's X, 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 X. What about... Oh. Is there a dark spot that I can... No? Jumbled thoughts cloud your head as you study the empty bowl before you. Drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, splattering on the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop is reflected in the bowl's rounded hollow, as if it hungers for that light. It needs to be filled. Yet the bowl remains dry. Another drop falls from the ceiling and splashes across the pylons. Wasted. Ooh, I have might. Might! Carefully move the bowl beneath the liquid. I mean, that's the obvious thing to do, but how do we know it's not a trap? I could examine the bowl or leave the bowl alone. Well, for a game that's supposed to have a lot of different choices, this appears linear. I gotta move the bowl under the liquid, right? Well, let's look at the bowl first to see if there is another option. You trace your fingers over the slippery, overlapping scales that spiral up from the bottom of the bowl. The sharp-toothed rim plucks at your skin. It's going to be tricky to move this bowl without slicing your fingers on the edge. Good thing I looked. You might have to put some effort into it. Reflecting light streaks across the surface of the bowl as another droplet falls from the ceiling. Yes, you've already well established that we have continuous drops of light. I don't know how a liquid is light, but I guess that's a property of it. What if I examine the bowl again? Double examine. The slick overlapping scales have sharp... I already said that. Examine it again. Examine it again. There's got to be something else. Come on. Why is it giving me the choice to examine it 1,000 times? I leave the bowl. It says it's sharp. No, I don't want to touch the bowl. It's sharp. Oh, what's that? Oh, is that where I'm supposed to... Metal waves roll on the floor. What is this? Items. Can't use my items. Character abilities, no character abilities yet. I have 5, 5, and 5 for might, speed, and intellect. 20 health. Alright, what else I got? I have... Oh, I gotta leave the bowl alone. Well, looks like there's nothing else to look at. And, yeah, I gotta touch the sharp bowl. So many choices. You've encountered your first task. You have 3 stats. Might, speed, and intellect. Good thing I figured that out. See, you always look first. You can spend to increase your chances of success. This is called using effort. Oh, continue. I've never played this game before. To more easily move the bowl in front of you, use left click to spend might. for a higher level of effort. Don't worry if you fail this task. In Torment, failure often results in interesting outcomes. Okay, maybe that's where the divergence comes in storyline. Just failing a lot. Let's see. So I have a lot of might. How about if I give it a mean effort? And I continue. You take hold of the bowl, avoiding the teeth of the serrated rim. With a deep breath, you move it over to the glowing to the pool of fallen light. It looks like I consumed some of my might to do that. Hopefully that means my light goes up. My might goes up. My light goes up. So my might goes up. Oh, let's get even more. Was I going to overfill? Drop by drop, the bowl fills, rippling, spreading over the edge, blurred outline of your reflection. A pale luminescence stretches into the corners of the room. Pale blue. Oh, that is blue in that corner. Okay, so this is not gonna fill? Well, I guess the liquid wasn't making this wet either, so maybe it's not exactly liquid. A clear radiance spills across the segmented floor, washing away the nearest shadows, and pouring into your mind, into my mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet, but you have begun to heal from the damage done to your long fall. Okay, so that's some good light stuff. A voice calls from somewhere high above. Well, I fell, miles? So this is probably a pretty loud voice. Beyond the reaches of the spreading lights. Oh. Okay, what to say? Hello? Are you still alive down there? We're up here. Okay, they built us a path. I thought that would last longer. I'm taking this reading a bit slow. Wait, zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom out. Oh. Okay, that's it. Well, visually, this looks a lot like Planescape Torment. Except, graphics update being, 17 years after the fact or whatnot. Let me read that again. No sign or symbol tells you what might be behind this enormous door. A dull chill radiates from its bronze segmented surface, and the thick metal wheel seems frozen into place. Well, my observations are very dramatic. I can see from across the room that it's frozen into place. That's actually some talent, because if I look at my doorknob, I can't really tell. Is it frozen by locking mechanisms, or is it free to open? I can't tell. Just not from looking at it. I'd have to, move it a little first. As soon as you touch the orb, a memory floods your mind. Just full, I can't think of anything else. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. So dank. It's a dank meme. You had a moment's respite from this waterlogged hell. A bubble of still air for your resting point. Wait. Oh, I see. Everything's shimmering because I'm in the water. And the bubble of still air is my resting point. You breathed water before, and you've lived decades beneath the waves. I've lived decades beneath the waves? Boy, this is a lot of memory, I think. If I just remembered decades. But this body is an air breather, and it's the constant pressure. This body is an air breather. Okay, so I have different bodies. And the constant pressure has been crushing on you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. There's someone with me? He's a genius with machines, but as you know... But now he seems... distracted. As I'm distracted with all that's going on right now. Let's see here. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennas. I want to say antennae, though. He believes it can get to the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention. But that's hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed. It must proceed! Ooh, deceive him, but... Wait. I can make choices on what I did in the past? That's pretty interesting. Threaten him. Well, whatever I said, it didn't kill me, because I'm clearly here. Or maybe it might have killed one of my bodies, if I have multiple bodies. This is taking too long. Cast a spell. Okay. Threaten. So I lie and say something's coming to try to make him faster, I guess? Or I threaten him myself. That doesn't seem like good work. I don't see why I can't help out. Why would I deceive or threaten him? I'll just help him out. You mumble a few words, drawing power from the air. I wish this was voiced. Power from the air around you until a solution appears in your mind. You snatch the device from his hands, rewire it, and shove it back at him. Ugh. Oh, he says, examining your work. Sorry, I was trying to improve the thing. But why would you be just improving it on the fly if someone's running after you? He waves the device at the door, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links the water-bordered cells and the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Moments later, you're underwater again. Your hands are closing around a strange yet familiar artifact you need to complete. You need it to complete. Something. It's got to complete something. It hovers above the pedestal, rotating in the dark water. An electric current runs through your fingers as your hand crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal, and an iridescent field coalesces so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the water. The guards won't be far behind. They won't be... So I can run, come back for it. They won't be able to protect for others, okay. Disable the sonar pulse, or use a device to stop them. Well, I don't see how running is going to help. I mean, they might have been able to protect it forever, but something can happen to it, and apparently I need it. So what did it say the sonar pulse was doing? It's the alarm. So I don't see the guards yet, so if I disable the pulse, maybe they'll think it wasn't anything wrong. You focus on the cloudy base of your pedestal. Your fingers instinctively find the control panel for the jeweled force field. Interesting. Almost as if you had built it in the first place. Maybe I have. If I keep on forgetting things and I've got different bodies, I might have built this. In my past memory, remembering something that I did before even that. This is already pretty convoluted. I'm not even out of the intro area. You removed it, casting it to the side, and you reached inside to deactivate the crystal that once powered both the pulse and the pedestal. As you remove them, a scaly hand falls on your shoulder. You whip around your head. You whip your your head whips around, and you see only the inky blackness of a pristine eye. I'm gonna have to look up that word. Ah. The memory begins to fade as if you were being drawn backward through the tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pits. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into that gap in your minds, but the edges are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else, a gust of sour air pulling at you, like a predator inhaling the scent of prey. Sorry, I'm kind of like yawning in the middle of this. I've had a long day at work, and this is my first Let's Play, let's just say that. And it's the far end of a dark, whispering field. Ooh. Spread apart. And the floor is moving around. So this floor can just kill me at any second, the way it's just kind of pulsating. Okay, there, I got it control again. Yeah, I walked over here, so yeah, that would, like, ugh. Actually, why can't I just climb up these things? I mean, it'd be, like, weird, just, like, dodging and weaving around, but who makes a floor like this? What's the purpose of this room? Are these like pumping something, and I just happen to be walking on the top of the ones that aren't moving, or something? I don't know. Can I examine it close? No. What if I walk up to it? Oh, what's my name? Last cast off? How do I know I'm the last one? I don't even know. I could be the first one for all I know. Is that going to be my name? Oh, that's a ball to interact with. Okay, so, again, pretty linear. Nothing else to do, huh? Countless scratches and wounds mar the surface of this door. Someone made a great effort to get inside, but to no avail. You know what these remind me of? There's like these these doors, like they're false doors. That's something out of Planescape Torment, where he made a spoiler for the game. Play the game. Jump over my spoiler. It's only going to be like a couple seconds here. He made a bunch of false doors, trapping himself in his own tomb because he was immortal in that game. So maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's a trap to trap future iterations of himself. But I'm so smart to click on the ball of light to escape. Ah. You stand beside a woman in a verdant crag. So it's a crag, so it's like a recess into the ground, but it's green and lush, I guess? Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau beneath you, okay, towering above the overgrowth far below. Besides a woman on a verdant crag, okay. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. So, monitoring devices, I guess, because that's the only type of device that would be both for reconnaissance and defense. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. If you are looking for a sanctuary, and you were, desperately, this seems like the right place. Well, good for me and my past memory. That's, bingo. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice flat, neutral, as I just have been talking for the past 50 minutes. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we found? That's a good question. I mean, I'm just remembering this. I'm just a flashback. That's what I should start telling people in my real life. They'll ask me a question like, why do you think that? I'll be like, I'm just a flashback from the future. I guess we'll learn later. Draw her attention to the hidden details that your more experienced eye can clearly see. Clearly! Use your charm to persuade her of the merits of this. Okay, so am I constructing my character right now by my choices that I'm making here become my skills? That's pretty interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. Okay, I was halfway through this one. Use your charm to persuade her on the merits of the site and to remind her of the time constraints. Convince her with the wisdom of your superior intellect. That's how I get the ladies. I'll be like, hey, check out the wisdom of my superior intellect. Draw attention to the details of your more experienced eye. So that's like a perception thing, or a social, or like my mind. So either I have awesome eyes, an awesome mind, or quite the charm. I'll be a charmer. I like to have a high charisma. That's what I would always do in Planescape Torment too. I mean, it was actually a bit better to focus on wisdom, no matter what your class was. But whenever I could, I try to get my charisma up, just because you get bonuses and you can talk people into things, and then you won't have to kill everybody. I mean, killing everyone's fine, too. Sometimes I talk to them, then kill them, and then I get double experience points. But, you know, in any of these games, there's usually a place where you can get infinite experience if you just keep on grinding or whatever. I'm not sure what the mechanism is here. We haven't really done anything except read. Speaking of which, a cloud passes over the sun as you engage her in spirited, friendly debate. Debate, huh? Pointing out the footprint of prior world civilization whose power remains untapped. After a few minutes, she laughs, raises her hands in mock surrender. Stop, stop! Your servitors are down there. You've already chosen this as the site, haven't you? Okay, she's friendly with me. She waits for your affirmation and says, "Alright, I'm convinced." In her flat voice, like she said earlier. "Alright, I'm convinced." The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. How romantic. Then you descend into the plateau to examine the open ground. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for you in your time. That's actually a really good idea. I think that can be an option. I'm getting ahead of myself. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. Uh-oh. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. Okay, that prior civilization, they have really good defenses. It's going to be bad for us, too. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. Seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? The Numenera integrated into the construct's body to overwhelm the behavior malfunction. I'm guessing that's the virus, the Numenera, probably from the name of this world, and I think it's a role-playing game too. That's what, like, the Numen is the stuff, the power stuff. It's mana, it's quintessence maybe. I don't know. Examine the construct for mechanical faults. That's probably a good idea. Look for a deeper solution. Perhaps it's an effect of the metallic disc itself. Well, that's clearly what it is. So yeah, I'll use that. A mist falls into the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any transformational emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged. Let me do a better robot voice. Acknowledged. It obediently trundles. That's a word I don't get to use very often. I'm going to try to use the word trundles tomorrow at work. To the site of your new shelter. Another flash. I hope people with, like, epileptic fits don't, well, I can't say I hope they don't play this. I hope there's a mode that they can take away the flashes so they don't, so they stay alive. The image freezes, then fades, and you feel the memory filling the gap in your mind. Blocked by jagged block. Blocked by jagged block. There we go. You stagger, clutching near your head. Reclaiming your memories hurts. Ow, thinking hurts. Remembering. Well, certain memories hurt. I'm sure we've all been there, right? And once more, there's something else. Hair lifts one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you're doing. It's hunting you. And it's hunting you. Something in this room. Beyond this room. So, like, in there. And that's the only exit. How would I know it's hunting me? It must have some sort of powers. And I lost my path. Oh, never mind. I got a new path. And a new light. Yeah, this looks like I started. Half spoilers again. This looks like I started in the trapped dungeon of the original Torment. Clearly inspired this, and I'm recovering my memories. they skipped a lot of story to get here, but I mean, this is just inspired by the other game, so. But I clearly get it. I get what they were going for. I think. If they were going for that. Otherwise, I don't get what they're going for. Oh! I don't think this was here before, was it? I don't know, I'll have to go back and look. Party inventory. Inventory. Your inventory lets you view, equip, and manage items and equipment you find. It has a number of sections. Ooh, a number of sections. That's my favorite kind of sections. Numbers of them. The first is equipment. I'm assuming that means that's continuing from the number of sections, which contains any items equipped to the current character. Equipment includes melee and ranged shields, armor, ornaments such as rings and amulets, and bonded items. It's interesting that we use like shields, armor, rings. I guess in the future there's like power armor and like energy shields. Feels very, I don't know, Halo. Pseudo steampunk. Is it really steampunk if it's far in the future? Maybe it is. I don't know. Your backpack contains the items being carried by the current character. You can equip, inspect, or transfer items from it. So this is like very basic RPG format. This is interesting. That's probably my stats. Cipher limit, 0 out of 2. That's probably like power. It looks like it's like a puzzle almost. I click things and move them around. There's locked symbols. Inventory. Quest items contain any special items required for quests. Okay, so that's this area. That's why I moved here. Quest items cannot be discarded or sold. You won't need to worry about accidentally losing one. Okay. That's very similar to the a lot of more recent games. I couldn't destroy quest items in Witcher 3. That was a good one too for an RPG. I highly recommend it. Let's see here. Inventory. The final section shows the ciphers you are carrying and your cipher limit. Oh, look at that. I happen to notice that. Ciphers shown in the inner ring are highlighted in blue and are safe to carry. Carry? Like, there's ciphers that aren't safe to carry? Those on the outer ring, highlighted in orange, are over your cipher limit and inflict negative effects as long as you're carrying them. Define carrying a cipher. That's what I want to know. You can use, sell, discard, or transfer them to another party member to get back under your cipher limit. Oh, okay. So if any people know, I just mentioned Witcher 3, I'm guessing this is something akin to your toxicity meter, except it's not a meter, it's more like you put ciphers in. I guess we're going to have to see how it works, but I'm guessing it's something like, what did they call them in Final Fantasy VII with your materia, and you put them in slots in your weapon, except this isn't to my character, and if I put too many in, then I'm over the limit and I take damage. That damage like being high in toxicity in Witcher. I don't know. I'm conjecture from what I've learned so far. That's me, my nice dark skin and cool haircut. I heard there's no character customization for this. I guess that would be in a similar vein to the original Torment, which you were the nameless one. That's all you were, was just the nameless one. And your customization was purely through your actions. In this one, though, we got to choose male or female. That's something, I guess, but I can't change the way my face looks, my skin tone, my hair, my height, my build. I have not been given a chance yet to actually click on stats, although I think my past has been affecting what my character is going to be. Backpack, I got nothing. Who's this? That's me. And I'm guessing these are where the other party members go. Fettles, temporary conditions, that character stats. Okay, so this is just stat conditions. Fettles, that's such a weird word. Negative, status, positive. Okay, armor. Armor reduces physical damage taken, so only physical. Most weapons attack. Okay, most weapons do physical, so I'm guessing this is sort of like, I don't know, elemental or something. Willpower increases your chances to shrug off effects of esotery. Esotery? Is that like esoteric? Esotery attacks. Evasion increases your chances to dodge weapons attacks. That's good. So armor and resistance is okay. There are other types of damage. Resistance, energy, chemical, mental, trans-dimensional damage. That's a fun one. Oh wow. If I can specialize in trans-dimensional damage, I'm going to specialize in trans-dimensional damage. Typically by historices, I don't know what that means, and ciphers. So a cipher sounds like it's also a class? Or are they just mean ciphers are like my abilities? Are ciphers like my Witcher signs for this game? Let me see. I don't know. What's speed do for me? Speed represents the character's dexterity and reaction times. Every 2 points increases. Okay. Evasion. That helps me with evasion. This is the raw health. So those are both defensive, but also reaction times and damage. So it's very simple and streamlined. I actually don't like it when RPGs have too few stats or too many. Generally, 5 or 6 is my preferred number. When you get to like 8 stats, it's too ridiculous. 3 is usually too few, in my opinion, but just, you know, as a single-player RPG, it might not be that bad. I might have to focus on one or try to spread them out. Intellect is willpower. So I'm thinking I probably want to go high in speed, summon might. Intellect might actually be my lowest. I'll have to see, because I'm into that trans-dimensional damage. I gotta figure out how I do damage that way. I'm guessing this is going to be my level up or whatever. Steps towards next tier. Oh, my tier up. XP to next advancement. Spend XP to purchase advancement steps for this character. That's one way to say level. Advancement steps allow your character to improve a character's stats, skills, and abilities. So level. Every 4th advancement step purchase increases the character's tier, unlocking new ability stats. So I get like a feat. I get a feat every 4 levels. Okay. No, I guess tier's a good word for it, huh? I'm not so sure, actually. Probably could call like these tiers or something, but I'm really big on the terms. Alright, time for more memories!